A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 25, verses 1 to 13. The passage is taken from the Message version of the Bible. God's kingdom is like 10 young virgins who took oil lamps and went out to greet the bridegroom. 5 were silly and 5 were smart. The silly virgins took lamps, but no extra oil. The smart virgins took jars of oil to feed their lamps. The bridegroom didn't show up when they expected him, and they all fell asleep. In the middle of the night, someone yelled out, "He's here! The bridegroom's here! Go out and greet him!" The 10 virgins got up and got their lamps ready. The silly virgins said to the smart ones, "Our lamps are going out. Lend us some of your oil." They answered, "There might not be enough to go around. Go buy your own." They did, but while they were out buying oil, the bridegroom arrived. When everyone who was there to greet him had gone into the wedding feast, the door was locked. Much later, the other virgins, the silly ones, showed up and knocked on the door, saying, "Master, we're here. Let us in." He answered, "Do I know you? I don't think I know you." So, stay alert. You have no idea when he might arrive. The Gospel of the Lord.
Reflection according to St. Matthew chapter 25, verses 1 to 13. No one can substitute you. The parable of the 10 virgins is a bit confusing. The foolish virgins could have also gone to the wedding with their little oil. Where would they purchase oil when the market are closed at midnight? Sadly, the wise virgins are so selfish that they refuse to share the oil they possess, which is very un-Christian. In reflection on this parable, Father Fernando Armellini argues that the call to stay awake is also confusing. Even the wise virgins slept and not vigilant. The groom behaves strangely as he is late to arrive, but then slammed the door on a few guests who, in fact, had been waiting for him for a long time. The number 5 and the image of virgins represent the people of Israel. Number 10 indicate the totality. The 10 virgins represent the people of Israel awaiting the Messiah. Among these virgins, only a few, the 5 wise virgins, are willing to accept and enter the Christian community, while the 5 foolish virgins do not pay attention to God's plan. However, 50 years after the time of Jesus, when Matthew wrote his gospel, the problems faced by his community were different. Matthew therefore adopted the parable to meet his community's catechetical needs. The early Christian community expect an imminent second coming of Jesus. Despite the passage of many decades, nothing has changed. Over time, they lost patience and returned to their previous lifestyle and behavior. Here, the 10 virgins indicate the Christian community that await the second coming of Jesus. Matthew had already developed the concept of coexistence between good and bad. The wheat and the weeds grow together. The good fish and the bad are caught in the same net. The pure and the unclean sit at the same table, and thus the wise and the foolish are side by side. The wise virgins who refuse to share the oil with their companions convert a valuable message. Your faith and preparation can never be substituted by anyone else. The closing of the door indicates the end of every opportunity to accept Jesus. It is urgent to discern how to use life well. In every moment, Jesus wants to find us serving our brothers and sisters. The lamp of hope, love, and justice should always burn brightly in our room, in our lives, for the poor and the stranger seeking assistance.